This full body stretch is designed to open and balance each of your 7 chakras. Enjoy this vinyasa flow. To begin, come into a child's pose. Knees can be together or apart. Just feel the body fully supported by the floor, and ideally the forehead supported by your fists stacked, a block, or the floor. Slow your breathing down. Notice if the shoulders are tense and soften them. Maybe walk the hands back, index fingers to touch, elbows as wide as the mat. Each inhale, widen your low back with breath. Every exhale, let everything go. Just feel yourself fully held by the floor. Walk your hands, extending the arms now over to the right. You can take the left hand on top of the right. Nice big side body stretch. Drop the left shoulder down. Yearn back through the left sitting bone. And just honoring the earth, feeling your connection to the ground. This earthy, supportive, first chakra stability. Walk the hands to the left side of the mat. Right hand this time stacks on top of the left. Right shoulder drops. Right sitting bone yearns back. Slow down your breath. As you breathe in, challenge yourself to expand the right side of your body. So the lungs just opening like an accordion. Make even more space for breath. Beautiful. Walk the hands to the center. Now that we've grounded, come up to an all fours position. An option to flow through cat-cow with the fingers forward, as I'm showing here. Palms spread. Or if you want a little extra challenge and an extra wrist stretch, flip the palms. And when I do that, I like to micro bend the elbows as well. And you can do cat-cow here. So cat-cow either with this added wrist stretch or just with the hands as normal. Each inhale, you broaden across the chest, slide the heart forward, invite the shoulders down. Every out breath, high C curve with the low back, chin into chest, look at your navel, take the hips almost all the way towards your heels. So let this be really expansive, playing into that second chakra energy of flexibility, mobility, feeling into opposite extremes. Lovely. When you're ready, press back into downward facing dog. And then one knee and then the other. And keep the feet moving. Feel through the ball of each foot. I like to imagine I'm a cat here, kind of prancing or stretching out. I guess cats don't prance, but you know what I'm getting at. Nice. And then find a little first chakra stillness again. Find total stillness in this dog. It's okay if the knees are bent. If the knees aren't bent, you're in the heels down. Back of the neck long, jaw relaxes. Pause and feel into the whole body. Rooting, grounding, penetrating down into the earth. Slowly walk, step to the top of the mat. It's okay if it's a couple steps here. Come into a little bit of a wider stance than you normally would. So feet as wide as the mat. Slow spinal roll up. Head is the last thing to come up. So round through the low back and mid back, upper back. Continuing to play with that kind of second chakra fluidity. Open the heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then bend the knees deeply and roll down. Good. Flowing through this oceanic wave-like motion. Should feel really good. There's no way to do it wrong. Inhale, you ripple up. Exhale, make a shell for the heart with the shoulder blades. And wave down. Last one. Awesome. And I promised you a full body stretch. So next time you're at the top, bring the feet a little closer together. So about feet hip width apart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Clasp opposite elbows, and we'll just take some sundials. So bend the knees. Right elbow connects with right hip. Huge side body stretch. And then taking this down into a spiral. So keep the left elbow back as long as you can. And then up and around to the other side. So I like to do this exercise imagining that I'm between two panes of glass. And so I yearn back into the side body stretch as quickly as I can after I finish my forward fold. The next time you're in that folded position, reverse directions. Keep thinking elbows back, elbows back, elbows back. Feeling into all those sticky places in the body. Good. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, hands to hips. Sink low into your chair. You have to see that coming. Third chakra, lengthen the tailbone down. Draw the abs up and in. So we're turning on a little heat, turning on a little fire. And bring the hands to prayer at heart center. Look down at your knees. Make sure you can see the big toes and the second toes. Knees tracking directly over that second toe. One more big breath. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Option to bend the knees deeply. You can hold opposite elbows and hang, or clasp the big toes in yogi toe lock. See what that feels like. Option to keep the knees bent. Make this more of a low back stretch. Head is heavy, chin into chest. Roll the weight into the balls of the feet. Or option to play with straightening the legs. Wherever you are, let that go. Heel toe the feet so they're together now. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale, half lift, heart slides forward, shoulder blades squeeze together on the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms down, around, and up. Exhale, come into your chair once again, hands to heart center. This time, right hand to the low back, left arm shoots forward. Let's use all that side body lengthening that we've discovered so far to heat it up even more and come into a little twist. So twisting to the right, hands come to prayer. Every in-breath, pull the core, the navel up and in. Every out-breath, twist a little deeper. Peek down at your knees. Notice that one is not forward of the other. Another way to adapt this too is to just do an open twist to the side. Wherever you are, one more breath. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair, prayer. Left hand to the low back this time. Right hand reaches. Let extension take you into the rotation. Right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee. Left hand meets the right. And find your twist. Keep drawing the navel up and in. Hello, core, fire center, Manipura. Last breath. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, option to flow. Fold forward through Surya A. So inhale, half lift. Step back to plank or chaturanga. Or adapt this. You can just hold downward facing dog. Or just stay at the top of your mat. We're all going to meet hands at prayer at heart center. So vinyasa or skip it. If you're in downward dog, step, walk to the top of the mat. Everyone inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms down, around and up. And exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Turn to face the long edge of your sticky mat, coming into goddess pose. Bending the knees, pressing the knees towards the pinky toe side of the foot. We're going to do a nice expansive breath here. Inhale, palms up. And then exhale, imagine you're pulling energy towards your heart. Palms stay open, belly comes in and up. Inhale, widen, exhale. Squeeze, lower belly, all the energy in. I like to activate a Ujjayi breath here. Inhale, press away. Exhale. Imagine a ball of energy at the heart center that you're just charging. As you inhale out, exhale. Belly squeezes, muscles tense, pull everything in. Keep the knees deeply bent, breath really expansive, just a couple more. Charging the heart center. Inhale, stretch the arms out, pause, lift the pelvic floor, lift the gaze, siphon energy to the crown. Exhale, stand. Hands to hips. Take the feet hips distance apart. Take some hip circles here. One direction, micro bend the knees. And the other direction. Nice release for the lower back. Good. And then walk back to the top of the mat. Hands at prayer. Tadasana. Inhale fully. Soften the backs of the knees. Exhale completely. Lengthen the tailbone, belly in and up. And just notice the energy around the heart center, in and surrounding the heart, the chest, the shoulders. Soften the gaze. Charging up the heart center a little more, interlace the fingers. Release the index finger in your steeple grip and reach the arms directly in front of you. Challenge, bring the feet together if they're not already. Bend the knees and see if you can lower down in a slow, controlled squat. Lots of little shaking. If you can stay here, hold a minute longer. Otherwise, just take the hands behind you and come to lie down on your back. Feet on the floor. Slow, controlled roll down. Fingertips graze the heels is a nice approximation. It doesn't work for everyone. So if you need to take your feet a little closer or farther away, that's fine. We're coming into bridge pose. So inhale, lift the hips, clasp the hands underneath the body, rock from side to side so you can really shimmy your shoulder blades underneath you. So folding your shoulder blades underneath you like origami. Lift the hips. Feel that stimulation in the thyroid, parathyroid. How this bridge pose just activates the throat center, Visuddha. So all that opening and charging we did of anahata, the heart chakra, now flowing down into the throat. One more breath. And let the hips come down. Moment of constructive rest. Take the feet as wide as the mat, knees into touch. Lovely. Back bend round 2. So taking bridge again, just like we did. Otherwise, if you have a block, you could slip a block underneath your sacrum. If you want a more restorative option, option 3, coming into full wheel. So planting the hands on either side of the ears. Inhale, shifting up to the crown of the head, and then exhale, pressing all the way up into your full wheel. If you're in full wheel, send the heart towards the back of your mat. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Maybe lift up on the tiptoes of your feet so the heels lift, and then lengthen your tailbone to your knees. If you're in bridge pose, firm the inner thighs together. One more deep breath wherever you are. And slowly come out. If you're in restorative bridge, of course, you can stay there. Otherwise, once again, constructive rest. Feet as wide as the mat, knees into touch. An option if you're craving a little movement to even windshield wiper the legs here. So let both knees fall to the right, both knees fall to the left. Feet underneath the knees once again. Lift the hips up and take them all the way to the left side of the mat. Extend your legs towards the right corner of your mat. Yes, we're coming into the most underrated, I think, yin pose of all time, banana pose. Use your elbows now to kind of lift your chest up and take your head and your shoulders as far as you can to the right, and then reach your arms up. So you're making a banana shape with your knees, with your hips as far to the left as possible, and your heels and your head as far to the right as possible. Try to have the both butt cheeks really on the floor. So if you notice the left butt cheek is up off the floor, make some adjustments so that you can have that contact with the earth. Option to take the left heel and hook it over the right ankle. You can see, is that intensifying the stretch in a good way? Does it feel like too much? Is it making the hips not level? All of us are built a little differently, so you're going to need to experiment. Some people also like to hold the right wrist with the left hand. Take one more moment to settle in, fidget, and then totally slow down your breath. Using this banana pose to come into mental visualization of our 6th chakra, Agnya chakra. Slow your breathing down. Let the pose do its work on you instead of you efforting and trying to move into the pose. The side body is so often forgotten. Really integral part of a full body stretch, which is why we're so focused on it. And the yantra, the visualization for the third eye center, is a lotus petal, lotus flower with 2 petals. So visualize yourself here like the left petal of that third eye chakra. All the energy you've generated so far in this practice being drawn to the center of the brain, just like you had a magnet there, and the energy was naturally drawn up to this space, facilitating deep healing and relaxation. This 6th chakra is its physical home is the pineal and the pituitary gland, which really govern all the body's functions, the master glands. And directing the body, which hormones, which enzymes to secrete. Allow yourself to fully relax into this space. To come out of the pose, bend your knees. Feel the soles of the feet make contact with the mat. Shift your hips now all the way to the right side of your mat. And then lengthen your legs to the left corner of the mat. Press your elbows down and shimmy your upper body and head over to the left. So making that crescent moon shape. Now on the second side, you can play and fidget with those same variations. Make sure both butt cheeks are on the ground. Option to cross the right heel over the left ankle if that feels beneficial, or to hold the left wrist with the right hand, or none of those things. Often I find just the shape itself is where I need to be. Close the eyes, rest deeply. Heels heavy, head heavy. Jaw and face relax. Bend the knees. Soles of the feet make contact with the mat. Shift the hips now to the center of your sticky mat. Draw both knees into the chest. Kind of wiggle your hips around. Come back to find center. So we made the left petal of the two-petaled lotus flower of the third eye and the right petal. Now think of yourself as just in the center, that bud in the center. Squeeze the knees into the chest. You can hold opposite elbows or just the hands. Just firming the benefits of this practice into the body. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lengthen the right leg and then the left leg along the mat now. Arms alongside the body. Coming into Savasana. Visualizing 1,000-petaled lotus blooming from the crown of the head. Opening up this gateway through which healing energy just effortlessly flows through your body. Healing, golden, white energy flowing down through your body, just like a fountain, down from the crown of the head, through the heart center, the chest, the arms, that golden healing light energy in the palms of the hands, the belly, the hips, running down each leg, pooling into the soles of the feet. Open yourself up to more harmony and coherence in the space around your body and inside your body. I'll close our practice with one Om. You can listen, just receive or join. From my heart to yours, namaste. Namaste.
Thank you so much for practicing with me and being here to the very end. As a thank you, I'd love to gift you my chakra balancing audio track. You can listen to this anytime, anywhere. I've used this audio track to heal relationships, overcome fear and resistance, and solve complex problems. Get your free copy at the link below and around this video. Download it, and then here is what I suggest exploring next if you're staying here on YouTube. I'm sending you so much love from my heart to yours. Namaste.